Seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the New York Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And some room to run now. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 21-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he has started this wild card round with a flourish. The ultimate speedster, showing that speed in front of this home crowd. They love that.
Made me stand up on that run because right now all I want to do is wave to the crowd. More noise, more noise. You got to reward him for that one. A big-time monster run.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Always so many storylines when you're playing January football. And, Charles, you talk about this offense, their head coach, it's his first time in charge in the playoffs. And I think you and I were both kind of surprised by his demeanor and specifically his comments and his confidence at the press conference where he really all but guaranteed a victory.
Yeah, I was a little bit taken aback because you don't normally see that. And on one hand, it's like, all right, cool. He feels great about his team. But on the other hand, I don't think it's in his best interest to do that. How many playoff games has he won again, Brandon?
None.
So there's your answer right there. I guess what he was trying to do was fire up his team, but he has to make sure he doesn't fire up the other guys because there have been a lot of coaches who've made guarantees that are no longer coaching in this league.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. Lance going to sneak it, and this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward, and indeed he did not. They stop him. A wall of bodies there, nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Mike Zimmer staring down our referee. He's upset. He's going to throw out the red challenge flag. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Tackle made by Justin Evans. following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. 4 yards on the pickup. Now Jones. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And the Vikings are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. To throw on 2nd and 10. Lance. He's going to fire deep for Ratley. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Joe Williams. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Giants. Deebo Samuel from 10 yards out. And the Giants will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Vikings, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Throwing his Lance on third down. Going deep for Diggs. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the give, this is Mack. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Lance. He'll buy some time right. Wide open. It's Allen, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll run here with Mack. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Marlon Mack, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
The point after is good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
1st down.
And that'll be checked down to Drake. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. These two teams all tied after one. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Off the play fake, Jones. Here's Johnson with a reception. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Jones now on 1st down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Here's Madison running on 1st down. Pushes him aside at the 10. And they'll get this down to the 10. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to throw. Jones. This is Bell on the dump off. Touchdown! Le'Veon Bell from 10 yards out. And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Vikings 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 31's the mic. I got you, boy. 31's the mic. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 31's the mic.
To throw, it's Lance. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. On the handoff, it's Mack. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
At the 48-yard line.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Now Lance. This to the outside for Mack. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. So a great throw right there. And what a regular season this rookie had. Piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title. And they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season? Or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in him as you've professed. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no brakes. Let it rip.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. On play action, Lance. He wants it all for the end zone. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result, because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete.
That was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he will find his man, Samuel. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On the handoff, it's Madison. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 14-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Back to throw. Jones. Caught on a slant. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll try to run with Madison. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Giants going to go ahead and use the 1st of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Third and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Tiger pass on for the field goal.
The kick by Bass is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Going deep for Diggs. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And the Giants will take over possession here up at the 44. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down, Giants.
Back to throw. Jones. And this is Ertz with it, right side. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. To throw again on second down. Jones. He dumps it off to Dre. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
First down, New York.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Timer pass on for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw. Jones. He finds his man Johnson. Touchdown, Giants. B.C. Johnson, 69 yards. And the Giants come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without...
It got his man, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Keenan Allen, 75 yards. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Sam Sloman now for the point after. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Makes the score Giants 27. Vikings.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Looking to throw. Jones. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to throw again. Taking a shot for Samuel. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Ertz has it left side. And he's not going to get the 1st down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or two short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon back. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll go again here with Mack. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Lance. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Sam Sloman on for the field goal. A 36.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll move him back within 6 now. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
At their own 32-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Jones throw here complete into the hands of Ertz. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down. Now a give to Madison. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, this is Madison. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Alexander Madison taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13.
Vikings 24.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now. Because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Lance. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Strong right. Strong right. 3 down. 31's the mic.
Here's Lance to throw it. He's got a man, complete. Then he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the third quarter. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run with Mack. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Lance going to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jamison Crowder there to make the grab. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone. So that shaves 2 more off the deficit as they now trail by 5. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Here's a give to Madison running right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down. Now Jones. This goes out wide for Drake. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Throwing Jones. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the 2nd half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 Fs for a rookie quarterback.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 24-yard line.
Watch tight end. Everyone got four.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing now is Lance. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, it gets loose right side. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 77 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Madison. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Madison. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Madison, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Alexander Madison, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Vikings 32.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. if they want to advance in this divisional round. Look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
We got trips over here. Trips over here. That's overload. 31's the mic.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Going on the ground with Madison. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Alexander Madison saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Giants continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. He's going to let it fly. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. Pretty good timing. He waited just enough for that post play to develop and laid it right in there.
And you know what a lot of teams do when they decide to throw a post route? Because it's a little bit longer developing play. They max protect. Bring everyone in, keep the tight end in, an extra back to make sure the quarterback has time to deliver the football.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Lance looking to throw it. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get